Shalom. Real Hebrew Israelites coming in. Shalom. Real Hebrew Israelites coming in week in, week out, prophesying the downfall of America and society. Starting off and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Alright, Yahweh is that truly powerful name of the word, ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai, the truly powerful name of the word, ignorantly calls Jesus, by Hashem in the name, or Kakodash, Holy Spirit, literally translated Spirit Holy. I want to give double honors to my venerable apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well, teach well, being great examples to his young brothers. Alright, peace and blessings to those full elect, well, I'm part of that number. This is the brother Kadar coming back with another video. Alright, through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shemel Shai. Just reading Psalms 78. And I'm not sure what I'm going to title this, but we know the Most High looks at Israel, the whole nation of Israel as a woman. And I was just reading Psalms 78 and 34. I'm going to read it right now. When he slew them, then they sought after him, and they turned and inquired early after the Most High power. And they remembered that the Most High was their rock, and the high power their redeemer. Nevertheless, they did flatter him in their mouth, and they lied unto him with their tongues. For their heart was not right with him, neither was they steadfast in his covenant. Okay, so that's talking about every time when the Lord put the spirit on another nation to be as a whooping stick to our people, that's when our people want to take heed to the Lord. Okay, but it's too late. Now they want to get right. But that love the Lord had for Israel, man, he forgave him, man. Okay. It says he being full of compassion. He forgave them, man. Okay. But our people went right back into wickedness, man. Okay, the Lord sees Israel as a woman. That's like your woman constantly cheating on you, man. That's like you marry a woman, right? That's like she constantly cheating on you, and every time that dude she cheating on you with beat her up or leave her, she come right back to your ass, man. you know. And Most High is basically like, what do you look at me as a fool, man? Hey, the Most High turned his back against our people, man. That's why Yahweh Shai had to come in like a mediator, okay? And he took that ultimate sacrifice. I'm going to start from the top, then I'm going to bring some scriptures out, and Lord, when it'll be edifying. But before that, Slot, let me drink some some water real quick. It's Psalms 88, and I'm going to start at verse 6. That the generation to come might know them, even the children which shall be born, who shall arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in the Most High, and not work the works of the Most High, and not forget the works of the Most High power, but keep his commandment, and might not be as their father, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with the Most High power. All right, this that generation today. Okay, the children of Ephraim, being armed and carrying bows, turned back in the days of battle. They kept not the covenant of the Most High power, and refused to walk in his law, and forgot his works and his wonders that he had showed them, marvelous things that he did in the sight of their fathers in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zoan. He divided the sea and caused them to pass through it, and he made the waters to stand as in heat. In the daytime also he had led them with a cloud, and all night with a light of fire. That's talking about a chariot. Okay? All right, the Lord brought us out of that Egyptian captivity, man. Okay? And wicked niggas came out of that, man. All right, and that's the spirit, because we in the time of Passover. Okay. He clave the rocks in the wilderness and gave them drink as out of the great depths. He brought streams also out of the rock and caused water to run down run down like rivers. And they sinned yet more against him by provoking the Most High in the wilderness. Yeah, man, you had Jake doing all type of shit in the wilderness, man. The Lord was trying their ass, man. They were so rebellious. They was rebelling against Moses. All right, the Lord told them not to fight against those heathens, man. Okay, and they went up and got their ass slaughtered, man. All right, you had the sons of Korah, man. I believe they were Levites. Okay, they tried to rebel against Moses, man. What the Most High do? He put a hole in damn, I forgot what it's called. Just had a hole in the ground and sucked them all in, man. They just all fell in. I believe that's in the book of Numbers or Deuteronomy. And it's this verse 18, and they tempted the Most High in their heart by asking me for their lust. Okay, hey, the Most High was giving them what they needed, but they you know how Jake is, man. You know Verse 19, yet they spake against the Most High, and they said, can God furnish a table in the wilderness? Behold, he smote the rock, and the waters gushed out, and the streams overflood. Can he give us bread also? Can he provide flesh for his people? You know, after seeing all these miracles that he did, they still questioning the Most High, man. That's how you know, hey, man, if you don't get this truth, that's how you know you got a serious demon on you, man. If you can't understand this thing, well, first and foremost, if you're a heathen, you're not gonna understand this thing. But if you're an Israelite, all right, the Negros, Latino, and Native Americans, all right, if you can't get this, you got a demon on you, man. Cause this thing is obvious. Um, Verse 21. Therefore Yahweh heard this and was wroth, so a fire was kindled against Jacob, and anger also came against Israel, because they have believed not in the Most High power and trusted not in his salvation. Though he commanded the clouds from above and opened the doors of heaven, and he rained down manna upon them and to eat, and he gave them of the corner of heaven. Man did eat angels' food. He sent them meat to the full. All right, and we understand that angels don't eat. They don't eat. They don't have sex. They don't need that, man. You know that word angel means messenger. He caused an east wind to blow in the heaven, and by his power he brought in the south wind. He rained flesh also upon them as dust, and fed their foes like as the sand of the sea. And he let it fall in the midst of their camp round about their habitation. So they did eat and were well filled, for he gave them their own desire. They were not estranged from their lust, but while their meat was yet in their mouth, the wrath of the Most High came upon them, and slew the fattest of them, and smote down the chosen men of Israel. For all this they sinned still, and believed not for his wondrous works. Therefore their day did he consume in vanity, and their years in trouble. When he slew them, when they sought them, slogging, when they saw him, and they returned and inquired after the Most High, and they remembered that the Most High was their rock, and the high power their redeemer. Nevertheless, they did flatter him in their mouth, and they lied unto him with their tongues, for their heart was not right with him, neither were they steadfast in his covenant. But he, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquity, and destroyed them not. Yet many a time turned his anger away, and did not stir up all his wrath. Yet scripture say he's not quick to anger, man. All right, but there's a balance to it, because he loves judgment. Okay. How all did they provoke him in the wilderness and grieve? They turned back and tempted the Most High and limited the Holy One of Israel. They remembered not his hand nor the day when he delivered them from the enemy. Okay, all these miracles that the Most High doing for you, man. Raining food from heaven, man. Destroying your enemies. Okay, take you out of the splitting the Red Sea, man. I believe he split the river as well. Then I forgot what it's called. Either shit don't quote me on this, roughly paraphrase. No shit. I think it was the river of Jordan that he split in the book of Numbers. I'm not even sure, but yeah, brothers know what I mean. But yeah, all these miracles that the Most High is doing for our people, and they still turn around and do some dumb shit, man. You know, hey, the only remedy for Jake is death, man. Um, uh, Okay, I'm gonna read verse 56. Yeah, they tempted and provoked the Most High God, and kept not his testimonies, but turned back and dealt unfaithfully like their fathers. They were turned aside like a deceitful bow. For they provoke him to anger with their high places, and move him to jealousy with their graven image. Okay, when the Most High heard this, he was wroth and greatly abhorred Israel. Okay, so let's skip to verse 62. He gave his people also unto the sword, and was wroth with his inheritance. The fire consumed their young men, and maidens were not given to marriage. The priests fell by the sword, and their widows made no lamentation. You know, hey, so he punished. Okay, now let me search up that word rebellious. Hey, this is going right here, Deuteronomy 9:7. Remember and forget not how thou provokest Yahweh thy power to wrath in the wilderness. From the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt until you came into this place, ye have been rebellious against the Most High. Ye have been you have Salah against Yahweh. Deuteronomy 9:24. Ye have been rebellious against Yahweh from the day that I knew you. Okay. Um. Hey, even in First Samuel, it says rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, man. Witchcraft. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Isaiah 39. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Most High, of Yahweh. Yahweh power have opened my ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. Okay? I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. And you get in your warning, man. Don't say, because it's a quote out there that says, if you don't warn people, their blood, their blood, their blood can be on your hand. Well, the prophets is warning people every day. Okay, constantly videos is going out on the unicorn, the internet every day, man, all across the globe. Brothers going out every Saturday. It's like it. Okay. Jeremiah 44:4. Howbeit I send unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from the wickedness, to burn no incense unto the Most High, unto other gods, like it. All right, with that, I'm gonna just end it. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Shai, Ba'Shem Kapadash. All right, and Shalom.